AmpRepairGuy.com 203-892-4119. So we have another Ameritron Al811h in for repair. So I'll go over what I see right off the bat. First off, it was not packed properly, so it was in the box with hard foam around it. Customer didn't listen, didn't bring it to a FedEx office, so we had about 3/4 of an inch between the knobs and the box. So I had that hard foam pushed on the plate tune capacitor, variable capacitor knob here. And you lost the nut, or they use like a standoff for the nut for the vernier drive on that side, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Take the socket assembly out, ground the grids right to the metal, compress the socket clips, put a longer screw in the plate choke. That's one turn too many for the coils here, so I'm going to remove one off each one carefully. I'll remove the wire for the 10-meter mod. I go through the rest of it. I'll add gas discharge tubes below the sockets. I will remove the gas discharge tube off the rear board. I'll remove the metal oxide varistor off the rear board. Tighten up on hardware. Fix solder joints. And do whatever else that needs to be done. The wire's not secured properly over here for the BIOS mod. It's just floating around in there. So problem is it could touch something it shouldn't, and then that'd be like really bad. So I'll clean the rotor switches with deoxit gold and change the SO239s to brand new ones from Max Gain Systems. Okay. Also, the straps need to be replaced. You can see they're like super rigid. So this is a newer one. It was made in 2022, so the quality control really went downhill by then. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a bit. This is going to take me a bit, so stay tuned. See you soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. So I'm back with the Al811h. Removed the socket assembly. I grounded each grid connection right to the chassis. These nuts that secure the sockets to the chassis were like finger tight, so had iffy grid connections. Added the gas discharge tubes, compressed the socket clips, cleaned the socket clips with deoxit gold, restripped the wires, removed the gas discharge tube off the board and also the metal oxide varistor. I zip tied all the wires back here, and it routed the BIOS mod wire underneath the B positive wire. These had no zip ties. Tighten up on hardware. The screws holding the board to the standoffs were loose. Fixed the vernier drive. That was fun, getting a nut on there. Oh, that was fun. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. See you guys soon. So I went to test it. Hertz marking on 80. I missed a damaged plate. Actually, 2 plates on the air variable capacitor. Only the 2 rotating ones, and the fixed ones are probably damaged too, so hard to see. But so pull tubes out, pull the capacitor out, replace the cap, tubes back in, retest. I'll see you soon. So I'm back with the completed Ameritron Al811h. It's on plate current, 20 meters. There are the settings. Yaesu FT847 for the transceiver exciting it. Bird 43 with the PP kit on with a 1 kW slug. Audio hello, 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 hello. Radio is at roughly 80 watts or so. Hello, hello. Yeah. Audio hello, 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 hello. Audio hello, hello, hello. Hello. 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800. High voltage. Hello, hello, hello. Again, and she's working. Okay, So let the tubes cool off and I'll show you everything I did. See you guys soon. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'll show you everything I did. There's the old capacitor. See, got some arcing going on. And put that back over there. So it's been replaced. Vernier reduction drive has been resecured. That was a pain to get in there. Well, socket assembly came out like you saw. Removed a turn from each coil for the parasitic board. Resistors will run hot with that extra turn. Still work, but it's not supposed to have that extra turn. So 10 meters you can end up seeing reduced output. So that's fixed. I also replaced the straps and now they're nice and flexible. Replaced the SO239 connectors with new ones from Max Gain Systems. Great people over there. Got a brand new set of Penta tubes. Awesome, awesome, awesome company. Fixed solder joints. Tightened up on loose hardware all over the place. Zip tied the bias mod wire, as you saw. The other wires had no zip ties. Moved the metal oxide varistor from the rear board, and also the gas discharge tube. Grounded the grids right to the metal. You already saw that. Gas discharge tubes below. Press the socket clips. So, one other problem I had to repair. So I noticed, forgot to mention it when I was looking at it before, the trace was actually broken where the solid conductor comes up through the board. See, this is a trace right here that connects it back to the coil. So I fixed it. What I did was, when I took the cap out, I removed the solid conductor wire, and the trace was like around it, so it was soldered to the trace and barely making connection to the main trace. So I cut a piece of copper and I scraped off the coating off the trace, so I exposed the copper. I put the solid conductor back through, punched a hole in that solid piece of copper strap, slipped it over, and then put the cap leads back over the end of the solid wire, and I soldered that copper strap to the trace, and also, so that's one big thing of copper right here. So it's all soldered together from the trace to the solid conductor wire to the plate blocking caps. So that is good to go. I also put a longer screw in the base of the plate choke. So this thing is all done. So if you need an amp repaired, feel free to give me a call. Phone number is 203-892-4119. And a lot of people would have missed that. I mean, because it was still making connection, but it was like intermittent. It wasn't a solid connection. So the reason why the person had the problem with the air variable cap is I'm sure they had a load problem. Either an open or super ISBR or something after the amp. So told the customer he needs to address that. So, but again, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I have a whole bunch more here. I'm going to unbox another one and I like to do one a day. I have the hardback orders to fill and some other stuff to do. So it never ends. It's really hot and humid up here in Connecticut. So I will see you guys soon. Stay tuned. 73.